The following message is transmitted at the request of the Puerto Rico State Agency for Emergency and Disaster Management. An extremely dangerous storm system has rapidly developed and is ravaging the far southeastern Caribbean islands. There are early reports of catastrophic damage and destruction in Barbados and St. Lucia. Radar and satellite returns are extremely erratic and are not showing any signs that the storm system resembles a typical tropical system. Due to the very rapid development and movement of this storm system, it is urgent that you leave Puerto Rico now. It is estimated that the system will begin affecting the southeastern part of the island in 12 to 18 hours' time. For information on the emergency evacuation, please call 1-787-555-5555.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Florida Emergency Management Agency. The dangerous, historic, and unprecedented storm system continues ravaging the Caribbean islands. The storm has nearly completely destroyed Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Jamaica, with millions presumed dead. Due to the catastrophic destruction across that region, accurate information is hard to come by. But this storm appears to be unrivaled in strength when compared to any storm in modern history. It is very necessary that you evacuate the state of Florida and get as far north as possible. Given what we know, you will face certain death if you encounter this storm. For evacuation information, please tune to local media outlets.
Ooh, he called it a ball. Martinez was headed to the dugout. Lackey's got to be careful.
Yeah,
be careful, John. Up and a base hit. Coming around third and scoring.
He may be gone.
And Lackey is out of the game.
Yeah.
He went right after Jordan Baker.
Yeah, and almost.
In Jacksonville has issued an extreme wind warning for the following Florida counties: Columbia, Baker, and Nassau, and for the following Georgia counties: Clinch, Ware, and Charlton. The unprecedented and historic storm system that has devastated the Caribbean islands continues to push onshore into southern Florida, with the Miami area already seeing catastrophic destruction. The storm, in terms of wind speed, is thus far surpassing any storm in modern history. Reports have been received of widespread winds in excess of 350 miles per hour, with some isolated reports of winds over 500 miles per hour. If you stay in the Jacksonville area, you will be facing certain death. These wind speeds are far greater than even those observed during the 1999 Bridge Creek tornado. Get as far north as possible before deadly winds arrive. Do not attempt to return to southern Florida. The area is presumed to be a total loss, with deadly winds continuing at this.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. A widespread rash of violent crime has overtaken the state of Tennessee. There are many reports of what appears to be mass hysteria. Deadly riots, including the use of firearms, have suddenly begun across the state. Many retailers and other outlets across the state have been looted. The Bureau advises that you stay indoors and lock all doors and windows at this time. It is uncertain if this activity is at all related to the deadly storm that continues spreading northwest across Florida.
Listen to the Beatles and the sound of laughing at McMahon. We got high, educated by a world so full of self and lost in space. Too much pride. Cosmonauts and dirty thoughts are juggling the juggernaut Soviet spy. Every now and then when I remember.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Nevada Highway Patrol. This is an official evacuation order for the entire state of Nevada. The storm that has been ravaging the southeastern part of the country has suddenly moved onshore in western California, causing catastrophic damage. It is now apparent that this storm is not confined to just the southeast. The storm is spreading eastward across California and will reach Nevada by daybreak Thursday. The winds associated with this storm are almost certainly deadly. It is imperative that you leave Nevada now to save your life. Governor Sandoval will be addressing the state on all local television broadcast stations in the next 15 minutes.
This is a national emergency alert. This is not a drill. Repeating, this is not a drill. The following message is transmitted at the request of the White House. A deadly, extremely catastrophic, and historic storm is threatening the entire continental United States. The storm first moved onshore in Florida and then California about one day later. This deadly storm has all but officially wiped both of these states off of the map, and it continues to move inland. The storm has sporadically been seen in radar returns, and it appears as if it continues to close in on the central part of the country. There is still a circle-shaped safe zone that appears to encompass about 80% of the country. However, as the storm continues to close in, the safe zone is continuing to shrink. You will perish if you attempt to ride out this storm. The extent of the storm outside of our country are currently unknown. However, the Caribbean islands, including Puerto Rico, have been completely destroyed by the storm in recent days. Please evacuate the country in an orderly fashion. Traffic jams are inevitable in this situation, but cooperation with local officials ensures that it goes as smoothly as possible. If you encounter looters or violent survivalists, you have every right to defend yourself by any means necessary. For further information regarding evacuations in your state, please refer to your local news outlets or visit whitehouse.gov.
This is a national alert. This is not a drill. To repeat, this is not a drill. The following message is transmitted at the request of the White House. The safe circle continues to shrink as the deadly storm continues moving further inland on all sides of the continental United States. The westernmost, northernmost, easternmost, and southernmost states are total losses at this time, and the states adjacent to these states are currently undergoing complete destruction. The death toll between the time this storm hit Puerto Rico and now is estimated to be approaching 100 million. If you are in an area that has not yet been affected, you must shelter in place in an emergency bunker or fallout shelter. Although encountering this storm means an almost certain death, your best shot at survival is if you shelter in any kind of enclosed shelter designed for apocalyptic scenarios. This situation is unprecedented in modern history, and you must take immediate action to attempt to save your life. For further information, please visit whitehouse.gov.
An emergency has been declared for this area. For emergency details, please tune to channel 90.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the White House. This is the official all clear. The storm system has rapidly dissipated just hours after the safe circle completely closed up over northeast Kansas. Although the destruction is seemingly everywhere, and there is very little civilization remaining, there is hope. If you are one of the few survivors out there in the wake of this storm, please do not give up. Rescue and survey teams from all other corners of the world will be flying in over the course of the next week to begin the search for survivors. The search will begin with one major search and rescue party congregating in the central states. This party will then spread outward. At the same time, a second major search and rescue party will begin in the outermost continental states, and will spread inward. To repeat, the unprecedented deadly storm system that ravaged the majority of the United States has officially dissipated. This is the all clear.